Now time for us to head into issues that matter, and that is here on Issues at Hand. Well, I want to welcome you from Good Morning Family. I hope you had a wonderful time there. Now, today, just like I told you in Good Morning Family, we're going to be looking at domestic violence. As you can see, we are going to see how we can combat domestic violence in our homes, and also see how you can be involved, but as well also involving the authorities, that is the police. Every Friday, just like I told you, we always have a police officer to take us through this discussion, and today it is my humble pleasure to welcome Assistant Superintendent Bernard Chegombe, who is the Division Community Liaison Officer for Kajansi, who is going to be taking us through this discussion here today. It is my pleasure to welcome you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us here.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, please greet our people out.
Good morning to viewers. Like you said, my name is SP Chegombe Bernard, and I'm the Community Liaison Officer of Kajansi. So I'm glad to be here. And the topic, well, it is rich, and we shall discuss a lot. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So when we talk of domestic violence, according to you, what constitutes domestic violence? What is involved in?
Okay, when we talk of domestic violence, basically we are meaning a home and the abuses that are in a home. So at times it is physical, at times it is emotional, psychological, and also financial. Yes.
Okay. So the domestic violence comes along with those that you mentioned.
Yes.
Okay. And then what other causes? What causes?
The main causes of it, I think, could be greed and anger management. Then also ignorance. Most people don't know, because most of them, when they are at the police and you tell them, but I are aware that it is illegal to beat your wife or illegal to do this, he will tell you, I found in my culture says this is very normal. So I could say it is caused by most of us not knowing what the law says. Yes. Okay.
How prevalent is it? How has it? Is it too much now, or has it reduced? What is the prevalence?
It is seasonal. It is seasonal, because these cases always arise up now, like during this term when school fees is starting. That is when now police will get busy, because you see it this way. We all know that it's a man's duty to look after the family, to pay the fees and what. But when it comes to some I will not say all, but when it comes to some families, you may even find that the wife is even earning far much more money than the husband. But he will bring all this to the husband and tell the husband, please, you have to do this, you have to do this. And nowadays there's also something like, I will call it competition. For example, you may find that in a neighborhood, the neighbors' children go to a certain good school. So even this family will also want that family, that their children to go to that school. But remember, our pockets are not the same.
Sure.
So when the man goes ahead to say that you have to be at this school, it's going to now to cause stress on the man. He has to look for money, he has to borrow money. So at the end of it all, he's going to be stressed. So when he's stressed, what do you think is going to happen? Imagine he comes home to a jolly wife, but when his mind is somewhere else, how am I going to pay this loan? How am I going to do this? So that is also mostly this season when we are taking back children to school. That is the most cause of it.
How about this day specifically?
Now this day, in fact, I'm sure by tomorrow we are going to be busy handling such cases. You did not do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this. And it always comes to the financial pocket, because someone is going to stress himself to appease the other by either going in for a loan or doing something else, so as to get the money. So yes, he's going to get the money, but is his mind going to be at peace? Okay, for example, you want to take your partner out to a place, they are going to charge you. But are you going to be at peace when you are in that place, when you know that I have to pay back this loan, I have to pay back this money? So I always urge people to always do what our pockets can afford. Don't go for competition, don't go for the bandwagon. You have to do what you can manage.
But will the fellows understand their companions?
Now that is the problem. But I always advise people, because I feel that you, the husband or the wife, you know your partner more than anyone else. You know his financial income, you know what annoys him, you know what makes him happy. So I always advise partners, at least you know your person better. If you are to go out, or you go where you can afford. Don't, for example, if your husband, now I'll give an example. For example, your husband is a border rider or what, and then you stress him, tell him, you know what, honey, this time take me to Serena. Of course, if you put that on him now, because the poor man loves you a lot, he will have to look for that money. You don't know how he's going to get the money, but if he gets it, he has to pay it back either way we want. So now, how is he going to be at peace in the home when he knows I have so and so's debt? And when you ask him where did you put the money, did you invest it? No, but I just used it for just one day. So this they find it is good. It is good. Therefore, lovers, Valentine, what? But let us budget it within our limits. Yes, don't again overforce yourself to go in for loans and what on something small.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. So, if we were to look at domestic violence, what does the law say about it here in Uganda?
The law is very clear about domestic violence. That if you have beaten your wife, you have failed to pay school fees, you are causing it emotional. By the way, in fact, nowadays even men are beaten. I will not lie to you. Yes, men are beaten, and it is good nowadays that at least some of them might also come up to police, and he tells you point blankly, Afande, I'm suffering from my wife, I'm getting howls, I'm getting insults, I'm getting beaten. At least nowadays men have also come up to also put on their issues. So I will not lie to you, it is illegal, but the funny thing about it, because for us when you come to police, so and so has done this. When it is a family, in fact, we even first encourage dialogue. We call the partner, and most of, I can say that 90% are positive to our calls. They will come. So when they come, when they fail to agree, now you tell this one, okay, we shall open up a file. Now opening a file means that includes one partner going to sales. So now the other one was saying, now I found it. Now this one is my wife, this one is my husband. Please don't do this. So it is yes, I will not lie to you, it is illegal, and the law is very clear. But when it comes to enforcing it, you have to enforce it like it's a family. You don't enforce it like these people don't know themselves. So we always encourage dialogue, because most of these couples always just need counseling. It is just something small that is confusing them. Yes, but when you come to the law, indeed, it is very illegal to start indulging in violence at the home.
And by the way, I'm interested in knowing much about that exact point where society dictates other ways. Because now I'm looking at a man. Some of them have said that it is stigmatizing for a man to come out and say, "My wife has beaten me." That there are so many men who are seated out there and they are suffering from lots of things, but they cannot come out and boldly say, this and this is happening in my home. How do you get to address such instances? Because if they do not come out, I bet you cannot know how they are faring in their home.
No, what we always do, in fact, now when you look at most of these cases of violence in homes, at times we even get reports from the neighbors, we get reports from the local leaders. So when we get that, we come in, we ask these people what is going on. And when you talk to these people, always the man will come up. In fact, there are even some men who tell you, Afande, I cannot press charges against my wife, but please, this and this and this and this is happening. Assist me. And when we get that information, of course, we have to talk to the other partner. We tell him that what you are doing is bad. This, like I told you, in most of these issues, we just need some simple counseling, and you tell the other person that, please, there is the law, and the law is very clear, because it is written that if you do this, and this, and this, and this, they will charge you of this offense. When they charge you, the police file, it moves like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. So, and we also have these common shows. Now, like I'm here, we also have shows in churches. We have these village meetings. We always talk out to men, and we tell them, please. In fact, there was a meeting I went to, and a man asked me, Afande, why is it that most of these child and family officers, they are women? Ask men when we go there, we don't get justice. I told him, no. Things have changed. Because now you can even move to some offices where the child and family
protection.
Yes, but when it is a man who is the OC, so nowadays things are balanced. So we always talk to men and tell them, please don't fear. You come to police. bring out your issues, and police is going to assist you. But when you just keep quiet, they are even going to beat you for 6 years. January to December, they beat you, the more, and eventually you are even going to abandon your own home. But when it is something small, if you don't tell authorities, as we cannot know, but nowadays when we talk to people, they always come in and then we address the issues.
Okay, that's interesting. And now what is the role of you, the CLOs, the community liaison officers? Okay, majorly, what is the role of police, specifically CLOs, in combating or ending domestic violence in homes?
Our role as CLOs, the most one is to make people aware, to create awareness. Because like I've told you, some people are suffering out there because they don't know. Now, I am aware that even if you assault your maid in a home, if you the man, you come back, you assault the maid or refuse to pay or something like that, as long as it is like a homestead, it even includes the maid. But some people don't know. So our role as to us is to make them aware that if this and this and this happens, the law says this and this and this. And even if they come to police, others don't know where to go, we always guide them that, please do this, enter your case, bring the witnesses, do this, summon the partner. So we always encourage them that this and this is possible.
So even the maids, we have seen so many maids torturing children. That is also domestic violence.
That one can even turn to assault. It depends to what extent. It depends to what extent. Because the maid can maybe punish the child, but a punishment that you're really seeing, this is normal. But then I've also seen videos where you see a maid beating a child, and you think, is this wrestling? What is going on? So at times we can even tell you, please, this one yours is abnormal. Even your file has to be handled by the CIDs, not family, because you have gone so bad.
Okay, and now let us go back to reporting these cases.
Yes.
How do these victims report the cases, and what protection is guaranteed? Because you can report, and then when you get back home, things turn worse.
Okay. When someone comes to police, ideally he's going to go to the counter. When he goes to the counter, the officer at the counter will listen to what he's saying. Then he will know what office to forward him, either to CFPU, to CID, to CLO. So if it is domestic violence, they will be referred to the office of CFPU. That person will present his issues to the office of CFPU. They will record his or her statement. Then after that, they will summon the partner. But like I've told you, these issues of family, you don't handle it like they are robbers. You handle them like family, because at the end of it all, you have to make sure you have to cancel this, but you bring them as to one. Police is not there to divorce these people. Police, we are there to guide them and bring them back. So we also handle family issues like we're handling family issues. So we call them, and I've told you, whenever we call them, 90% they respond positively. Because by the time someone comes to police and the partner also knows about the issue, because at times even the partners do this because they also feel at least we need like somewhere to go and then have some common talking. So most of them, when we summon them to police, they come. And when they come, we have a meeting. Please tell us, what's your side of the story? I always the Baganda have a saying that Tori is a guacawala, something like that. So we also listen to the part of the man and also the wife. Then we try to bring them back. So what we always look for is the solution to these people to staying back together. For example, I'll give an example of fees. If a father may fail to pay school fees, you call him to police that your wife is here, she has said that your children are still at school. When you call the father, he's going to come. So when he comes, you ask him, why aren't you paying school fees for your children? That's when he's going to tell you, but maybe it's very expensive, the wife is putting pressure on me, she wants this school, I can afford this school. So that's when we come in and tell them, no, as a man, for you, if you can afford this school, bring that money, give it to the wife. If the wife wants a better school and she can afford it, she can top on that money, then the child goes to that school. But like I've told you, most of them it is something like, it is always something simple. And you know, in our culture as men, we have a thinking that we are the head of the family. So it is us to say that he's going here or he's going here. Yes. So, but when you talk to them, tell them, okay, look here, if it is financial issues, you bring what you can manage, then the wife can top on, and the child goes to the school that you wish. Yes.
Well, that's interesting. And how there are issues where, like you did mention, find a child is in this school, neighbor's child, and then this woman also wants their child to be in a good school, good setting like the other one, aside of the understanding of how much their men earn. How in what range do you advise them majorly?
Yeah, like we always advise, please stop competition. You are competing. No, because look here, you may be competing. You may be doing, for example, you're working in the market, but you are competing with someone who works in the bank. You are going to break your soul. So when you talk to them and tell them, please, yes, your neighbor has this and this and this and this, but your neighbor is doing this job. He's getting this money daily. He's getting this money monthly. Look here for you. You are doing this job. You are doing this. You are doing this. You will not manage competition. And you tell him it is very healthy. And it is very normal for someone to be their side, as for you this side, but you move on, regardless, you move on. We even give them examples that are even these children who are in these funny schools or what, they succeed. And we can look at the recent senior 4 examinations and what, P7, even those ones in the villages performed. So as long as you explain to him that, look here, even this school is good, but you accept that this is where you fit. And when you talk to them, most of them agree.
Wow. What challenges are you facing as law enforcers when it comes to effecting this work of ending domestic violence?
Now, like I've told you, when there are issues of the family, it is that's why they even say the Bagandas that Mubaga and Atokolachi to take a because these people of the family, they can eventually change and they say, now I don't want this. So the most of the challenges that we face, I could say it is difficult to police families. Because like, look here, for us police, we do what the law says. Even if I'm in your house, or even if I'm counseling you, my basis is the law that please, the law says this and this and this. So at times the law can become strict or even harsh, because you tell the law says this. So that is really a challenge when it comes to family issues. Then also we also have some challenges among like I've told you, some people, it is in their nature that one is rigid, it's like that. So talking to someone that please, you have to change, you have to do this, you have to do this, don't beat your wife, don't do this. Now let me give you an example. There is somewhere I worked, I will not say the place. There is somewhere I worked, but the culture of that place. The man wakes up, he goes to the center, plays his matter does his what, then he comes back home. Then the woman goes to the garden, digs the land with the children. But when it comes to harvesting, it is the man who sells the crops. And after harvesting, he puts the money in the pocket. So now, to talk to those people, but please, what you are doing is bad. At least the woman also has to be considered, because first of all, this is what they call economic domestic violence. What you are doing is bad. Since the lady also participated, she also has to get something. That is now when you see that, now you see, what are you saying? So even culture is seriously a challenge when we are enforcing this thing of domestic violence and the law. Wow.
And in some communities, it is hard to bring in enforcement because of what you've mentioned. Because they are still in the other traditional culture setting where a man is this and a woman is this. That they have these levels. A man has to be this, a woman has to be the subordinate to them. What measures have you used to penetrate through in such cultures where it is very rigid that a man is this, the stronghold?
Even if you go to every place, there is always someone who's going to understand, and even like they have said, however much people are bad, still you will get someone who's good. So what we do, we always call for these meetings, mediation meetings, and we tell them, look here, the law says this. And we always get some positive complaints, some positive compliments from some people in the society who understand. So we always, because the person who understands is also in the same culture, is maybe you are even speaking the same tribe, same language. So we always also use these people to come and assist us. Then I also give an example of like the churches, mosques and we also encourage these people to come in and assist us, because look here, if people went to a church and even went to a mosque, and the person who now put this, how can I call it, marriage together, we also tell him, but please, you come and assist us and try to explain to this man, or to try to explain to this couple that the law says this and this and this and this. What he's doing is very illegal. He can be charged, and we shall make the file. And like I've told you, as long as you have been charged, the file is there. They will take the file to state. When they advise that, please bring the suspect to court, we shall take you there. So we even tell them that if you refuse, the law will take its course. And believe me, you will not like it. And we also tell, now like this thing of the children, we tell them, please, the children are the foundation of your family. So if you are making them weak, how do you make them weak? Not taking them to school. They will become weak and vulnerable. How are these children who have not gone to school because you have refused to take them to school going to assist you in the next 20 years? They are the ones who are going to wait for you to die so that they can take the land. So when you talk to someone, like, most of them understand.
Now, I want us to put a weighing scale between the variations of cultural norms and empowerment. These days, just like we have all been noting, even the women now are beating. But I think it is as a result of empowerment as well. A woman has this now, she feels, yes, I can do this and this. So how are you containing such? Majorly speaking to women, speaking about women hitting their husbands.
Okay. You know the good thing with the marriage, everyone has his roles and duties, which I'm sure most people know. You tell him, yes, look here, you are earning more than your man, but you are the wife. What are the roles of the wife? Cook for the man, do this, wash the kids, what, get the home in a real home shape. So when you explain this over there, look here, even if you're having this and this and this and this and this and this, but this guy is your husband. Even if you do what, this guy is going to remain your husband, because there was a wedding, people came and they witnessed that you are what? You are the wife. So we know the roles of the wife. Please do the roles of the wife. We even tell some people that, look, you are beating the man, but if you think he also started beating, do you have more energy than him? That I don't. That he can also beat you back, but because he likes to keep calm, all he knows what the law says about these things. So when you explain to some person, to these couples, like I told you, the good thing with them is that they are couples. They sleep together, and even if you don't want, there was a time when these people were really in love. So when you explain to them, they always understand.
Okay, and that's interesting. And now, if we've had victims, and it is very serious, how safe are the victims? Majorly in that period when they have come to report, is there a safe custody where you put them? Is there a safe home you put them? Then go and deal with the person who victimized them? Or how do you handle such a scenario when someone is beaten and they cannot go back home where the person who beat them is?
Now, I will start with how we do it locally in our villages. You know, in our villages, we have the chairman, the Navachala, and that committee. So, in fact, most of these people, when they come to police, they always come at night after maybe the man has now taken some beers or something, then he just starts beating the woman. So what we do, we can even keep them at police for some time. When you call the man to come, or the other party to come, like I've told you, they always come. So when you come, you tell him, yeah, look here, look at your wife. Why did you do this? Then when you tell him, but please, the law says this and this and this and this. Like I've told you, most of them respond. And it also depends on to what extent. Because if you beat your wife and you even reach an extent of like strangling her, we even tell you, here you have gone beyond. Because look here, if you beat your wife and even kill her, do you think this same police will call you to come? When you have murdered?
They just pick you up.
So it also depends to what extent.
Okay.
But most of these cases, when it is to a small extent, we always encourage dialogue. If you have done this, and when the man or the other partner is really repentful, first even task him, take your partner to the hospital, and he or she first gets treatment, and they always respond positively. Then we also at times involve these other, because if it is a wife and a man, those people should be having their families. They maybe have the mother, the uncles. We also involve these people. We tell them, please, what is wrong with your boy? Why is he beating you, the wife, like this and like this? For you, is it normal in your family that this and this happens? Because look here, it is very positive. It is very normal and positive for anyone to get in any disagreement. Because I'll give an example. If even animals, you even find them disagreeing, but because for them they are animals, they will fight. But for us who are human beings, who can communicate, who have counselors, who have elders, who have police, local leaders, RDCs, we always encourage you that, please, if you have gotten a misunderstanding and you two people, you have failed to handle your misunderstanding, don't fight, don't pick a panga, don't pick a big stick, don't do this. Just go maybe to the church, go to the pastor, go to the local leaders, come to the police. At least they are going to give you a field where both of you can discuss your issues. So that's what we always encourage.
Oh, that's very interesting. And of course, I hope you're picking one or two important things from this discussion, because it helps you and our communities out there. Because, well, we all have homes, anything can rise up, but how you contain it matters a lot. We are going in for a very short break and return with this discussion.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Oh yes, welcome back. You are still watching Issues at Hand here on Church of Uganda Family TV, and today we are tackling domestic violence, how we can end it, how we can combat it, how we can control it, is what we're discussing here. And of course, Afande Bernard is taking us through this. He is the the Division Community Liaison Officer for Kajansi. You have had a number of case scenarios, and it is important that we really address domestic violence in our homes. Now, going forward, Afande,
Yes.
can we now look at the community involvement? How can communities play a role in curbing or ending domestic violences in our homes?
Okay, thank you. First and foremost, in these communities of ours, we always have people who have been married for 20 years, 30 years plus. These people can come in and give these couples a guidance that please, in marriage, things are like this and like this. This is because, like I thought, the marriage is a lifetime commitment. You don't wake up and you say I'm tired and you just walk away like that. So communities like local leaders, chairmen, pastors, we always advise them, please, you come in and talk to these people. We also encourage them that if you see that these people have persisted and none of them cannot come to police to report, you give us the information. You give police information, and police is going to come and respond. Tell you what's going on. Then we can work together as a community. But what community does most is giving us information and also counseling these people. Because when these guys come to police, as we are not scientists that we are good, that I'm now in your mind. But these community people are the ones who are staying with you. They are your immediate neighbors. They are the ones who know what happens in your. Okay, they may not know what happens in your home, but at least they know more what happens in your home than the police. So we also encourage. We always encourage them so that we can work together to solve this issue.
And maybe working together. How have you been able to work together with communities?
We always have community meetings, engagements.
Okay.
We call the community that the community of this place on this date and this date and this date we are going to have a meeting of security. Please come. So when they come, we always teach them what the law says, and they also come in the meetings, participate. They tell us this and this and this is happening. Officer, how can we go about this? So we always involve community. Then when we are in those meetings, we also give them our numbers, so that if anything that you see you cannot solve, please feel free to call police, because I will not be happy when I come to a home to pick a dead body, but when the neighbors saw what was happening and they did not call us. So we tell them, please, call us anytime you call us, we come in and then try to solve these issues.
Wow, interesting. And maybe apart from the community engagement, what other forms have you used as police to raise more awareness about domestic violence?
Now I'll give an example of where I'm coming from in Kajansi, where I'm working for. We are even encouraging these women groups, and we also, as police, we also participate in those groups, football competitions, because we realize that some people have problems, but they fear to come to police. So what we have done, we have tried to at least to bring the officers closer to them. How do you bring the officers closer to them? Like these competitions, groups and what? Officers. Now, like I'll give an example. If we are having, for example, a soccer match that the youth of Kajansi are going to play with the police team of Kajansi. So a youth with like 20 years, 30 years, we will know that this is Officer Chegombe, this is Officer so and so, and they'll even be friends that rapport. So if he gets anything challenging, he will not fear to contact Chegombe, because now he knows I play with Chegombe football. I know him; he's going to assist me. Then in fact, some people even tell us that we want to come to police and we see how does police handle the work, how do they do. So we always encourage this. Please, you come to police and you see what police does. Yes. Okay,
that's interesting. And then what services do you have for the victims? Majorly, maybe rehabilitation, it could be counseling, sort of some of those services. And how do you offer them?
Yes, we do counseling, and at times we also partner with like the officers of probation. These ones who are always on local government, so we partner with them, officers of probation, mostly like of these victims. So because in fact even some people don't know but they can get assistance from those officers of probation. They don't know about it. So you tell them that, no, look here, you can go to this office, they are going to what? Assist you. Or even we also give this counseling, we give counseling. In fact, we can even call for meetings in their homes. Tomorrow I'm coming to your home to sit with you and you tell me what is the problem with your homestead, why are you doing this? So we encourage, we do the counseling, and where we see that this one, the ball is big to us, we pass the ball. Yes.
Okay, and is there cooperation with religious or cultural leaders in ending domestic violence, and what is their role in this as well?
Yes, it's there. Like I've told you, these cultural leaders, in fact, for them, they play more roles. Someone can open up freely to his pastor, which something, but he cannot tell police. So we always encourage these leaders, religious leaders, since you are even the ones who united these people, please come in. And like I've told you, they always come in. We always have meetings where we shall invite the pastor, we shall invite the reverends, the imams, the sheikhs, but please, sheikhs, this and this and this and this is happening. What can we do about it? Please talk to these people. Like I told you, someone can be more closer to his pastor than he can open up to the police.
Okay, and what do you think, or how do you think policies or initiatives can be more strengthened? What policies can be strengthened more to end domestic violence in our homes?
I feel this one I'll again send it to the church. If at least the church can, because when people are about to get married, they always have those classes. But I think these classes end after marriage. So I would request all now. I would see it as a solution. If these classes don't stop, you tell us so and so, please, you again come back this Sunday. We are having classes of marriage. So that people know their roles. Because like I've told you, most of these things that is coming, you are going to look at the cause when there is someone who's not playing his role properly. Because like if you are a man, the law is very clear that the basic needs of the family, it is you to provide. Because look here, if you have a child who is below 18 and you say, for example, he's 17, and then you wake up one night and tell the child, leave my house, because you are annoyed with your child. Us as police, we can even come and arrest you because this is a child. But if someone is above 20 years, we can tell him, you're a big man, you are now very free to leave your home of the parents and also go somewhere else. So most of these ones, like, people don't know their roles. People don't know what the law says about this and this. So me, what I can encourage is that if everyone, at least we could be having these shows, someone knows that this is my role, I have to do this, I have to do this, we shall stop this conflicting.
Okay. Any advice to these family members? Family members now, not community, not religious leaders, but
what I can give family members is,
where domestic violence.
First and foremost, you have to understand your partner. What does my partner want? What annoys my partner? Then secondly, you have to know the financial pocket of your partner. What job does he do? What can he afford? What can't he afford? Then you also have to be patient with him. Let me give you an example. There is a family that I worked on in 2023. The man told me, I found I'm tired with my wife. I want us to separate. I told him, police, for us, we don't separate. If you want to separate, file divorce, go to court. It is very possible. So he even started that process. So I think in the way there, his mind changed. So when he changed, even last year in December, he came back. But I found it again, I want to separate. Now I asked him, did you get another wife? No, it is the other one. Now I told him, now you are saying you love that woman. Even if you do what, you're going to go back to her. So what I'm going to encourage you, please, you be patient with her. If something is not, because someone can be stressed, you know, stress can be chronic. Someone can be stressed for a short while, and that person will not be the one that you have been knowing. He will change. But if he or she has changed, come on, you have to be what? Tolerant. You have to be patient. So what I would advise families is let them be patient with their partners.
Okay.
Because if you have been with this person for 20 years plus, 30 years plus, just needs patience, and then you can iron out your issues. And let them also encourage dialogue when they're with their partner. Encourage dialogue. Like I've told you, we are not animals that so and so has annoyed me, I box him. We are people. We talk. If talks me and you fail, I'll look for a ground where at least there is someone who's universal, who's going to give us chance so that everyone can push out his issues.
Okay. So there's someone on YouTube, he's called Rogers, and he's watching right now. He says, how can you help a man who is being beaten by a wife and her children? The wife and the children are beating the man.
You know, if the wife and the children are beating the man, there has to be a reason. You have to first ask the man, why are you being beaten? Of course, if he's going to lie to you on all what, you are going to call the wife. You ask the wife, why are you beating the man? Because the wife cannot wake up and just start beating. There has to be a reason. So if you can tackle that reason and then it goes away, I'm sure the beating will stop. So like I've told you, we shall, if you just rush and then arrest the wife and the children, that is not how issues of the family are handled. You have to first talk to these people. You find out what is the problem, because when you take out this problem, things will normalize. Because you can even ask ask yourself, if he's being beaten and he's not leaving that place every time he's there, because he has to be there, but he's also there because that is his wife. People came maybe at the church and they saw this people getting married. That's why the man was like, I cannot leave. But we have to get the root cause. Why are you being beaten? And we also tell the wife that please, beating the man is not the solution. If indeed he's doing this, you come to the law, we are going to assist you. But beating him is not the solution.
How about the children?
The children, when they are above 18, below 18, because ideally I also wonder, a child whom I produced, I taught him how to walk, how to talk. How can he again turn on me to start beating me? I must be having a problem. So we have to first iron out what is the cause, why are these people doing this to you? And we also advise the children that what you are doing to your father is not good. If indeed he's doing this and this and this and this and this, beating him is not the solution. Because imagine if everyone who broke the law, police just comes, it beats you up and then it leaves you there. No. Like I've told you, we are human beings. Let us behave like human beings. If you have an issue, come to the authorities.
Okay, maybe Roger's question also raises more to the general people, those who are facing the victims actually. What advice do you have for the victims, all the victims generally, aside of Roger's submission as well?
So, like I've told you, these victims, you have to handle them as a family. Because, if someone has been beaten and then you do too much to the victim, because remember, that victim at the end of the day, he calls the other people father, or mother, or siblings, or what. So, you don't again have to go too very fast so that by the time when you are done with them, when now they have what? Because by the end of the counseling, all what, you have to make sure that these people get back to one as a family.
Okay.
So we always devise means to please bring back these people as a family, as a whole. Like already a family has to stand as one. But now if you again separate them, you are again going to encourage more problems.
Okay, yes, that's interesting. And now, as we find a way to wind up, how can men and boys be engaged? Because I think somehow, somewhere, though the women are also inclusive, somehow, somewhere, it is the man and the boy child who have done so much of domestic violence. How can they be engaged to be part of the ending of domestic violence in homes?
First and foremost, the boy child has to know his roles. But I'm a father, I'm a son. What are my roles in this family? Because ideally, it baffles me that if you are a man, you are providing all the basic needs to the family.
Okay.
You are providing. I don't think really outcomes like that, but are really physical, violent, that are going to come in if you are playing your part. If you are a son in the family, I always tell these children that issues that are between your mother and your father, you don't come in those issues. It is none of your business.
True.
You leave the big people to quarrel. If there is something that they want you to push yourself in it, look here, your father or brother, sorry, your father or mother has to have uncles, brothers. Instead of you going in and then encountering them personally, you use these people. Because you a son, if you are telling something to your father, I don't think he will consider you seriously. But if it is his brother, who is your uncle, telling him, but look here, my brother, you are doing this and this, your child has told me this and this annoys him, he will take it serious. So what I can advise mostly the sons and boy child, if this is happening, please don't also go and be party, take sides. It's not that's not right. What you can do, please, your father or your mother has a brother, has a sister, talk to them. But you see this uncle, this and this and this is happening at home. We are not happy.
So
we are not comfortable.
Can handle issues, not you, the young.
Because in fact, it also beats my understanding. A man can get a quarrel with his sister, who are big. He will not beat the sister.
Yeah.
But when a man I will not say all of them, when another man gets a quarrel with the wife, he wants to beat. Now, it baffles my understanding. These people are all of them, they are big people. You don't beat your sister, but you want to beat your wife. So, what I can advise men, before you go ahead and do the thing of violence and what, please seek for guidance. You can have a friend, talk to a pastor, talk to the police, talk to the local leaders. They are going to give you guidance. Because you are not the only one who is married. Okay. Even your friend is married. The same issues are also in the family of your friend or in the family of your brother. So just talk to him. Maybe he can give you a solution.
Wow, that's very interesting. Please talk to the right people. Do not put yourself in this position. Now that goes back to Roger's question. For those children who are also involved in that, please, that is not your fight. It is not your fight. Please talk to their age mates. They have sisters, they have brothers, just like Afanda here has told us. Now, Afanda, as we wind up, what could be something that you feel the public out there needs to know?
The public needs to know that everyone has a role. The public needs to know that children have rights. Because ideally, if you're having kids and you don't want to send them to school, you don't want to give them what to eat, that is what is going to start causing domestic violence. Then the public also has to know, what does the law say? In fact, before you do anything, what does the law say about this? Because you may do it thinking that you're right because of your culture and so on. But look here, when we come to the law, as we say, you have done this and this and this, and the law is very clear. Because when you come to police and you are in problems, we shall even explain to you that you have broken this and this and this. We are making your file, taking it to state, and he or she will advise. So I advise the public, before we go into things of fighting and doing what, let us be informed. Let us be informed. What does the law say about this? Or if my friend or colleague was also in the same, what could he or she have done? So I always encourage the public, let us use dialogue. We can talk. Let us not behave like animals, because as we have mouths, we have brains, we can reason.
Oh, that's very interesting. And how about someone who is lacking money, but they have to provide? I'm speaking this because it is Valentine's Day. I don't want you to receive cases tomorrow.
No, let me tell you something. Everyone has money. But just that some of us, we want what we cannot afford. But everyone has money, because ideally, everyone eats. It's because you may eat from Serena, and me, I also go eat in the market or what. But when all of us, we have eaten. So let everyone know his pocket. If, for example, me, I'm earning this, I want to go out for Valentine, plan within your budget. Don't go forward for a loan that is going to stress you to pay, because look here, you are going to go and enjoy this day, but after enjoying like this, you're going to be sad. Do you know why you're going to be sad? You're going to be thinking of, how am I going to pay back this money that I have spent? It is going to increase on your budget. And believe me, if you are being demanded, can you be happy? Can you go back home? Because ideally you come back to your home, to your wife, she will be smiling, but for you, you will be gloomy because you have a loan behind. So I advise couples, let us plan within our means.
Oh.
Yes.
Very important message. Plan within your means as you celebrate this day, but also in other days, other important days, really. You should be able to understand how your man earns or how your woman earns. But some people have centrage child, even if they are earning more than the men. Do you also handle such cases, or that one?
That centrage child, as a man, it is not yours.
Yes, not even talk about it.
It is not yours.
Okay.
It is not you, because no, it is very clear. You as a man play your roles. At least like I've told you, you afford what you can. So if the wife feels that why she can afford more, you tell her you can touch on your man and you top up. But me as me, I can afford this. Please don't fear, because now if you fear to disclose to your partner who you sleep with the truth, who are you going to now tell the truth? Tell them the truth, but please, you see my wife, this is my budget, this is what I can afford. So for her, if she can get another money, that's up to her.
Wow.
But don't even look at her money, but my wife has money, because when you come to it, she shall tell you it is you to do this sort of paying school fees is yours, you pay the fees.
Wow, very interesting. Afande, maybe if we can get your very last words as you say bye-bye to our viewers.
Okay, I want to thank the viewers. I want to thank you for the question, and I also want to thank Family TV for allowing me to come here and say a word or two to our people. I'm really grateful.
Wow. Thank you so much, ASP Chegombe Bernard, who is the Division Community Liaison Officer for Kajansi. We are really privileged to have you here and give us that important submission regarding gender-based violence. So please, if you want your places to be safe homes and safe communities, please make sure that you are part of this cause. Whatever they tell us, put it in practice. That is how you'll be having a wonderful home where everyone there will be very happy in your homes. My name is Luke Majumba Neto. We cannot go past this. Please stay on for more programs. For us here, Issues at Hand, we shall be seeing you next week. Please enjoy your Valentine's Day.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV.